the US must suffer up to 2.5 billion USD in damages caused by invasive wild boars by 2023. Did you know that invasive wild boars are becoming a serious threat to agriculture, the environment and health? Human. Among the serious impacts is the damage to cornfields. What is the cause of the heavy damage? Texas is home to the largest population of feral pigs in the United States, about 2.6 million. The warm climate and terrain create favourable conditions for wild boars to reproduce and grow. In July 2023, a 60-year-old woman was attacked and seriously injured by a wild boar in her garden in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the danger that wild boar invasion can bring. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, each year about 700 people are attacked by wild boars in the United States. What is worrying is that wild boars can also transmit dangerous bacteria and viruses to humans through bites or scratches. This increases the risk to human health, especially in the Texas area. The Texas area. Wild boars defecate in swamps, polluting water sources and affecting water quality. Causes the pathogen brucellosis transmitted through contact with wild boar secretions. In some cases, brucellosis can lead to more serious complications. The best way to prevent brucellosis is to avoid contact with wild boars and their habitat. If you must come into contact with wild boars, take precautions such as wearing gloves and a mask. Did you know that wild pigs are the obsession of Texans? A wild boar is an animal with high reproductive capacity. A sow can give birth to 4 to 12 cubs per litter, and they can breed twice a year. This leads to a rapid increase in wild boar numbers, putting pressure on the environment and humans. Invasive feral hogs are a serious problem in Texas. They appear in many different areas of the state, including rural and suburban areas. Wild boars are large, weighing up to 661.38 pounds. This large size helps them better defend themselves against predators. Hunting feral hogs at night is a common tactic used in Texas to control harmful feral hog populations. This requires careful preparation and skill in hunting in low light conditions. However, it is important to remember that hunting is still not one of the best ways to deal with invasive wild boar populations. Other measures need to be put in place to minimize the danger to hunters. In particular, we need to focus on methods that do not cause pain or injury to wild boars. But hunters in Texas choose to hunt wild boar by helicopter. They think this method is the most effective. Before going on the journey to hunt wild boar by helicopter, how many vehicles do hunters usually use to hunt? Texas hunters often use small helicopters, specifically the Robinson R40. These helicopters have a flexible size, easily moving in jungle terrain and landing in narrow areas. The Robinson R44 helicopter has 4 seats, including the pilot, a hunter, and 2 support people. Thanks to the high position, hunters can observe large areas, easily detect wild boars, and move in herds. Robinson Helicopter is the manufacturer of the Robinson R44 helicopter, one of the most popular aircraft used for hunting purposes. Do you know any famous aircraft brands to support during hunting? Please share with the community how to deal with invasive wild boars. According to statistics from the Texas Department of Agriculture, in 2023, Texas farmers caught more than 1 million wild pigs. Reduce the number of wild pigs by 20% compared to 2022. Using helicopters to control wild pigs has helped reduce damage to the environment, agriculture, and human safety. the problem of invasive wild boars remains a major challenge. There have been advances in control, but wild boars continue to reproduce rapidly and invade new areas. During the tracking process, you saw hunters in Texas who often hunt during the day. Because at night when hunting by helicopter, they will not see the invasive wild boars below ground. At the same time, it will affect the activities of other animals. When you hunt at night by helicopter, it not only affects the animals, but the noise of the helicopter and the noise emitted from hunting equipment will affect the rest of the people in nearby areas. There. If you find that this is true, please comment number 2. Controlling wild boars is costly for people and the government. In the fight against invasive wild boar populations, the use of helicopters is an effective solution to help control invasive wild boar species. How to help farmers protect their lives. According to information from TPWD, there are currently about 20 private operators licensed to use helicopters to hunt wild pigs in Texas and can use from 1 to 3 helicopters at a time. Please comment number 1 if you agree about the dangers of invasive wild pigs for farmers in the US state of Texas. If you disagree, please comment 0. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There's a lot more to discover, so stay tuned for our next adventure. Thank you for accompanying the hunters until the end of the video.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.